it's Hannah and welcome to another art video. I'm really excited. This video is actually just a little bit more simplistic, I guess, in the art itself. But I'll just tell you a little bit about it. This is an Inktober prompt. So the day's word was raven, and I was really actually excited about that word for some reason. It inspired me, and so I really decided to draw it. A little bit of background on me and Inktober, our past and our love-hate relationship. I love seeing other people's artwork during October. I love their creativity. I love what they do with the mediums that they use and everything, all the inspiration and all the fun things that they create. But for me, Inktober is so hard to commit to. I have a really hard time with daily prompts. And so the fact that I at least just did one, I'm happy with that. And I hope to continue throughout the month, of course. But yeah, so that's why I'm showing you this video of, I think it was prompt day 5 on like the 16th or whatever 10th day of October. So you're welcome. But I guess I do kind of want to talk a little bit about commitment and inspiration when it comes to art. But as I do, let's watch this video. So here we go. Let's get into it right now. So with this, I just took a very simple approach. It was just the bust of a girl. And originally I was thinking about drawing an actual raven, but I decided against it because my strong suit is people. And I do want to get better at animals, but I just decided to incorporate the raven with this portrait of this woman. And so I had this idea of like feathers and hair blending into each other and just a very simplistic picture. And I actually really like what it turns out to be. I like how there's just a little raven head sitting on her crown, but I think it was super fun. And I actually love the mythical feel that I ended up pulling into this piece of art. But with Inktober, like I said, I love it. And so many people create so many amazing things. And there's so many different prompts for the month of October and for every month of the year. And I really am impressed by those people who can really commit to those daily prompts and follow through each time. Because that takes a lot of time and effort and dedication. And I mean, art, you sit down for like who knows how many hours and work on something, which seems really simple, but it's a lot of mental energy, right? It's a lot of mental energy and even physical energy just sitting in one spot for a long time. And so when you decide to commit to something like that, that takes a lot of effort and hard work on your part. And so I guess that I don't have a hard time committing to artwork. But when it comes to something that it's like, okay, this is what you're drawing that day, a lot of the time I'll be like, oh, I'm not inspired, so I won't draw it. And I think that is my downfall a lot of the time, where I just think I'm not inspired, and so I'll just avoid it and I'll just draw something else that I feel good about. Which, don't get me wrong, inspiration is great, and it helps me create so many great and good things that I'm proud of. And I think everyone should rely on inspiration for motivation and maybe not relying on it solely for motivation, but don't abandon your inspiration and just do what you're told to do. But also the ability to practice control and the amount of effort that it takes to be like, okay, I know that this doesn't really spark me with energy and like this creative drive, but what can I do to make it so it does? I think that's something that if you're like me, when it comes to daily prompts, that would be maybe a good thing to look at, to just think about being like, okay, so how can I make this something inspiring to me? Because I think if you are inspired by your artwork and that you're enjoying your process, you're enjoying what you're creating, that joy and that inspiration and that hard work is going to pull through your art, and you're going to create something so beautiful. So I think that if you struggle like me with commitment issues, with your art, then I think I need to do this too, we both should maybe take a second, and whether it's every day of the month of October, or one day in the month of October, or one day in the month of May when it's Mermay or whatever, you just sit down and say, you know what? I'm going to draw this word today. So how can I make it good? How can I make it inspiring for me? And you know what? If you're watching this, I challenge you to do that, and I'm going to challenge myself to do that too. Wow, we've made it really far in the artwork. I'm already doing the skin, and I think the skin is probably what took me the most time here, because I redid it a couple times. You saw that it was just kind of peachy at first, and then I went green, which was a fun idea, but I was like, I didn't want her looking like a witch. And then I went back to peach, and now I'm at gray, which I think was the perfect decision. I like the black and white classic Inktober look, and I love her glowing yellow eyes. I tried to do a fun little like feather pattern falling away from her, but it didn't work. But you know what? There's my artwork. Thanks for listening to my little spiel on Inktober, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your month. Enjoy your Halloween, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day.